Welcome back to Headwaters for Heroes Outdoors. On this episode, our Headwaters for Heroes pro staff, Jeff Pesic, a veteran himself and served in Iraq, and our Purple Heart veteran, Matt Wheeler, traveled to Frierson, Louisiana for an exciting adventure.
My name's Matt Wheeler. I am from New Berlin, Texas, just outside of San Antonio. Retired staff sergeant from the Marine Corps, working in the oil and gas industry. You know, a couple weeks ago, Steve Sweeney from Headwaters for Heroes called me. Said, hey man, we got something that would probably fit your personality just fine. You know, you like to move around a lot, you like to get, real active, and you love to hunt. So what do you think about going and doing a hog hunt, possibly with a knife? And I was like, dude, I'm in. Sign me up.
My name's Josh Wilcher. I'm from Grand Cane, Louisiana, and I work for myself and also guide here at Cutter Creek. And we run hog hunts. We've got dog and knife hunts, stand hunts, still hunts, and also we've got stalk hunts, bow or rifle. I've been working out here with Corey for the past couple of years, and now me and Corey are doing most all the guides together. Ranch has been going for, I think it's been around for around 15 years, and we've just kind of evolved over the years. As you've seen, the lodge and the skinning rack and everything like that, a lot of stuff has evolved with us. We run several hunts out of here a year. Most weekends are booked solid all throughout the year. We take a little break during the summertime because it's so hot. But other than that, we stay pretty booked up out here. Over about the last 10 years, the hog population has kind of exploded, and they've become a real nuisance, tearing up pasture land, hay land, crop land, people's backyards. So a lot of people, they just want them gone. So we kind of go around and we try to help the farmers and stuff out, trapping them, getting them off their place. The dogs, we like to start our dogs out as puppies. Very little, raise them up since they're puppies. We start messing with them whenever they're around 4 months old, and as they get older, they just take to it. If they got it, they got it. And as they get older, they just keep getting better. The catch dogs, we use some pit bulls, and we also use American Bulldog Dogo crosses. They kind of got a good head on their shoulders. They lead well, they listen well, and that's from raising them from a puppy instead of just going and getting somebody else's hog dogs that they sold or something like that. So you and the dog have a bond. The dog trusts you, you trust the dog. These dogs that we have, the cur dogs are our bay dogs, the ones that go find the hogs, stop the hogs. They're bred to do it. They're bred to be working dogs.
This is Wallace the wiener dog, soon to be Wallace the honey badger go-getter catching dog.
We've actually got some property right up the road that it's cropland. They do corn, soybeans, cotton, and all that other stuff, and they lose about, on average, between 30 to 40% of their crop every year due to hogs. They're going to tear their tractors up, they're going to tear their cutters up, they're going to tear their balers up. So it's just money after money after money.
We arrived at Cutter Creek Ranch last night. Stayed the night, great lodging. Amenities were awesome. Met Josh out here, who was our guide. And this morning we woke up before dark, or before light. Went out and sat in the stand looking for some pigs. Do a little hog hunting. We saw a couple come out, no real clean shots on them. So from there, Josh, made the decision, hey, let's go and old school with it and go stab some pigs. And
Hey folks, I want to personally invite you to our 10th annual Headwaters for Heroes Combat Veterans and Gold Star Families Benefit being held April 30th, 2022. This is a great event. This is our main fundraiser for the year, and this is where we raise all our money to do all the special things we do for our veterans and our Gold Star families. You're going to have a sporting clay shoot that you can come and compete in. There's a car show. There's going to be a motorcycle rally. There's barbecue. There's crawfish boil. Live music all day long. And we cap it off with our live auction, which is going to feature some of the top hunts in the country, along with some really top firearms or some custom-made firearms. It's just our way of being able to take care of our veterans and Gold Star families. So be sure you either come out or check into our online auction.
My name is Jeff Peshek from Shiner, Texas. I'm on a Headwaters for Heroes pro staff, and we're out here at Cutter Creek in Frierson, Louisiana. I've been with Headwaters for Heroes for on and off for about 4 years now. Just kind of come in whenever needed. I'm a two-tour Iraq veteran, and what drew me to Headwaters for Heroes was the fact that I would be working with other veterans, and for me, Headwaters for Heroes, and what makes us special is the brotherhood and the getting back together again, whether we serve together or not. So Matt and I left Shiner yesterday for a 5-hour trip up to here. Matt, his personality, he was talking nonstop, telling stories. It was fantastic. I really got to know him real well. He is the reason why Headwaters for Heroes does what we do. Man, he's got such a good head on his shoulders and just enjoys life and loves life. And it made a 5-hour trip very short, actually. And I don't like to drive, and it made it very short. So after we got here to Cutter Creek, we kind of got the lay of the land with Josh. Woke up bright and early this morning, and got ready, and we're around to get the dogs ready and prepared for the hunt. And then we got after it.
He had a buddy of his bring out some dogs, some hog dogs, and we get out there and they get their vests on, and they look like they're ready to go to war, sort of thing. And we get out and kind of start looking around, and the 2 scout dogs get out and they start baying, and so of course everybody gets ready. We walk out, we follow the sounds. We get out there and see that they had a couple pigs that they had tracked, and we're kind of chasing down a little bit. We got a little bit closer, and then they let the catch dogs go. And they did an awesome job, grabbing these pigs and holding them down. And Josh and Chuck both got in there and helped pin the pig down, and I got in and made a clean kill of it.
Dude, that shit's badass, man. If I didn't have my phone, I'd have jumped in the water with you.
We got on a pretty good boar hog first, and got that one, caught it in the pond. Everybody had to get wet. And got that one dispatched.
So seeing the dogs do their thing was, I can only describe it as a thing of beauty. I had never imagined like what these dogs are capable of, really, right? You have one idea, you have one image in your mind, like that kind of plays out. Oh, these dogs are gonna like corner this pig, and that's just gonna be it, and the rest is on you, and that's not really the case. You've got the 2 different sorts of dogs, the 2 that scout and then corner it and bay and like chase it, and then you've got your catch dogs, and when they have this thing ready and they release those catch dogs, it's game on. And these dogs are all business, 100%. they get in there, they do their job, they do it right. These dogs, they're bred for it, but man, they were also trained really, really well. And so just to see those guys in action was honestly one of the highlights, because they get in there and they do their job and they do it well. And who doesn't like to see a dog do his job, right? So, and that was incredible. The first one was great. You went through a little pond. Everybody got wet. Real muddy. It was just it's what you think about when you think of hog hunting with a knife. Getting dirty, getting rowdy with it, right? And then the second one, they started baying when we were finishing up with the first, and they found that one again and got on it, and so we run over there and let catch dogs do their thing again. And
the dogs rolled over, found another. It was a smaller boar hog, but had bigger teeth, which was kind of cool. Get back, Spot. Scott, get back.
Again, another clean kill. And so, we were able to harvest 2 on that hunt. And
dogs got a little banged up, had some blood, but all the dogs were going to be fine, nothing major.
So I was in the Marine Corps for close to a decade, retired staff sergeant, so E6. I was an EOD tech, and for those that don't know, that's explosive ordnance disposal technician. Layman's terms, bomb squad, right? The general job, pre-IEDs was, UXO, which is unexploded ordnance, demolitions, right? Just cleaning up ranges and even doing it in different war zones. So June 18th, 2011, we were on a patrol in an area that we were unfamiliar with. And so we didn't know what had and hadn't been patrolled. So we're there for our second day of 3 days that we're supposed to be in this area. We're just walking along, just patrolling, and we come up to a canal on our left side and then a group of buildings on our right. So we decided to cut across the canal to the left and go out into a field. We walked across, and then I was the 11th person in our file, and my corpsman was behind me, and so we all get across. But then I turn around to, help my corpsman out of the canal because he's got his big bag on, and that's when I stepped on it, and wake up on the ground and ready to go get in some air conditioning. So, that's pretty basic rundown of what happened right there. But ultimately it ended in the loss of my right leg below the knee. So now I wear a prosthetic. Pretty much the end of that story. I was sent to Wounded Warrior Battalion on the West Coast, just to heal, do what needed to be done. And at that time, there was a drawdown in troops and everything, and so they said, hey, we're just going to medically retire you, and or you have the option to re-enlist for a year at a time, and you don't even want to go through a re-enlistment every 4 years, and much less 1 year at a time, right? So yeah, and so here we are now. EOD, explosive ordnance disposal. Prior to Iraq, there wasn't like a big emphasis on IEDs, improvised explosive devices. It was mostly unexploded ordnance. But then, that really moved more toward the IED fight because, that's what we were dealing with in 2 different countries. So that was my job. That's what I did. I loved it. I lived it. It was awesome. It was just, and it's one of those things, I still, miss dearly. I think about it, daily, because, there's nothing like it in the world. There is no adrenaline rush like that. And then, of course, there's a great sense of pride that comes with, doing a job like that, because it takes a special person to really be like, oh yeah, that's cool. I'll go down on, something that it could absolutely kill me, and just try to, take it apart, render this thing safe. It's just such a great community. But yeah, that's what I did in the Marine Corps. Had a really good time with it. Had a blast, pun intended. I finally just kicked it into gear and figured it out. And I was like, dude, like nothing, like you're not dead, so just keep going, So, and you keep that attitude, and that's really all that matters. Speaking of Headwaters for Heroes, I've done a couple of events with them, and it's been really awesome. The organization itself is very professional. They really do a good job of taking care of the vets and the Gold Star wives, and then the kids. There's a lot of facets to Headwaters for Heroes that other organizations don't really get into, and that being the family members of deceased combat veterans. So, it's a really big deal, especially to me, just because I, know so many of these Gold Star families. Just being in EOD, guys it's just the nature of the business. Guys die in combat, and you're all one big family, and so to see that Headwaters for Heroes does that is a really big deal, and pretty near and dear to my heart, just because it's a wonderful thing to do, because nobody really ever thinks about them, right? And everything has always been just top notch. From the transportation getting there to getting directions, meeting the landowners, the ranch owners, to just basically like the food. We always have great cooks. It's just a great organization all the way around.
So I got involved with Headwaters for Heroes through my best friend. He had worked already with Headwaters for a number of years, and he invited me to come help them guide one year in Yancey, Texas at a whitetail hunt. And immediately I fell in love with the organization and what it stood for Purple Heart vets, Gold Star families, and knew I wanted to be a part of that organization. And from there, it's just, like I said, I get invited back whenever some staff members are needed to help guide. Things that make Headwaters for Heroes unique is it's an all-volunteer organization, and the staff of Headwaters, the majority of the staff of Headwaters are all veterans. And so it truly is veterans serving veterans, and that just is something that I love. And again, getting to come out and help guys like Matt get onto some animals, getting to see some beautiful countryside. It really doesn't get any better than what we did today at Cutter Creek.
So this is my first encounter with Headwaters for Heroes. It was awesome just hearing kind of what y'all are trying to do and everything like that, and taking vets hunting and stuff like that. I love it. My dad was in the military. My brother was in the military. I was not in the military. I grew up thinking I was going to go in, but I never did. But that's always been a passion of mine is the military, because they don't get enough recognition. They don't get enough anything, Kind of like what you were saying earlier when we were talking, they just send you off, thanks for your service, and have a good day, And but it's real nice to see that there are people out there that like to take care of the veterans.
It was just a really great experience, something that I've always wanted to do. I've always heard people talking about it, and thank you Headwaters for Heroes and Cutter Creek for hosting and putting this event on. Just such a really great time all the way around. Aside from the hunting, it's always good to get with other people and just be able to have conversation that doesn't revolve around work or everyday life. And it's a really good opportunity, a very rare one to get away and to kind of escape. So again, I have to thank both organizations. And I also really want to thank Jeff for driving me out here, and for Josh just putting on a completely amazing time out here.
I thoroughly enjoy hunting with Matt. There was never a dull moment. he's just a happy guy. He's a good guy to be around, you know. And stories, he can just talk about anything or nothing, just talk. But no, I enjoyed whenever I looked up at his face after we stabbed the first hog, and he was just like, that was awesome. You know, that right there, it made my whole day. Right there, that made everything. You know, all the work that goes into it, all the years of messing with dogs and training dogs, just to see that look on somebody's face. If anybody wants to come stab a hog or shoot a hog, you can look us up on Facebook at Cutter Creek Outfitters, or you can go to our website, cuttercreekoutfitters.com.
So in the hog hunt today, my job was totally a supportive job. Just let Josh and them help Matt get on a hog and kind of just stay out of the way. Really enjoyed watching Matt take the pig today and take both pigs today, and just fascinated by watching the dogs. I thought that was awesome. Those dogs are just phenomenal to watch. I'd strongly suggest calling up Cutter Creek Outfitters and booking your hog hunt today. If you want to make a difference in a veteran's life, look us up. We're a nonprofit organization. If you want to donate a hunt or sponsor a hunt or donate to our cause, please look us up online or on Facebook.
I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It was an exciting adventure for our Purple Heart veteran. And I want to thank Corey Tharp with Cutter Creek Outfitters for putting on such an adventure. This is something that our veteran is not going to soon forget. Hope to see you the next time on Headwaters for Heroes Outdoors.